This is the WWE Smackdown November 10, 2023 full show results video which takes place at Nationwide Arena in Columbus, Ohio. The show opens with Kevin Owens making his entrance as our special guest commentator for the evening, standing in for Corey Graves, who is on paternity leave tonight. Rey Mysterio and the rest of the Latino World Order make their entrance, and Rey gets on the mic and talks about Logan Paul stealing the United States Championship from him. We all know the referee's decision is final, but he truly believes Logan could not have beat him if it weren't for those brass knuckles. Enter Carlito, separate from the rest of the gang, and he says Rey is blaming the wrong person. It's not Logan, it's the person who left the knucks on the apron for him, Santos Escobar. He and Santos get in each other's face, the other LWO guys pull them apart, and Escobar storms off through the crowd, and Rey follows after him. Then we saw a match between Bobby Lashley vs Carlito, and the result of this match was Bobby Lashley defeated Carlito by pinfall with the spear. Post-match, Bob and the Profits attack Carlito while Santos Escobar looks on, and Rey Mysterio comes down with a chair and runs them off, and finally Santos steps in the ring. Rey and Santos have a chat and Escobar seems to be upset that Mysterio is treating Carlito as part of the family, and Rey even shoves him to make his point, and then Santos attacks him from behind. Escobar bends down over him and gives him what appears to be the "look what you made me do" routine, which leads the legend to slap him in the face a few times and send him packing. Mysterio goes to the apron to try and talk some sense into him, but Santos rams him hard into the post. He considers what he's done for a moment, but he attacks Rey, kicking the steps into him with his leg trapped in them, and Santos gets up close and rambles about how it was supposed to be the two of them and he put this thing together. Zelina Vegas comes in between, and she was crying, and said to Santos, "What are you doing? This is our family," and angry Santos went backstage. Back from the commercial, Santos Escobar tries and fails to ignore an interview, simply saying Rey had it coming. Bayley makes her entrance and gets on the mic, and she says she's had a plan for Io Sky and Dakota Kai since the inception of Damage Control, and everything she wanted has come true, from the tag titles to the briefcase to the title. Io has beaten the best in the business, and it's obviously Io's era, all thanks to her plan. Crown Jewel should have been Damage Control's finest moment, but instead, she was saying what, like all of us at the return of Kairi Sane, and that's not how they handle things, so she asks Sky to come down and talk with her like an adult. Enter Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai, and Sky tells Bayley that she had a plan, too, and it's Io's era, right? She has Kairi to thank for helping her retain the title, and isn't that what Bayley wanted? The role model says she wants the best for both of them, but the last time we saw Sane in WWE, she was eating a beatdown from Bayley. Bayley says she knows how things work around here, and Dakota Kai cuts her off and says they didn't bring Kairi into Damage Control to hurt her, but rather to make them stronger, and they're very grateful for what Bayley's done for her. They just want to take some of the load off her shoulders. And clearly, it worked, so they should celebrate, and Kairi gets on the mic and says she respects Bayley as the leader of Damage Control and she forgives her. Sane opens her arms wide. Bayley tries to say she doesn't hug anymore, but the three of them all come in close for a big group hug, and a smile slowly breaks across the role model's face. Enter Bianca Belair, and she says Kairi might forgive Bayley, but she doesn't forgive Damage Control, and her mistake was thinking Io would actually face her one-on-one, but it's cool, she learns from her mistakes and she'll just have to whoop all three of them. Bayley calls her a sore loser, and Bianca says lots of people don't like Damage Control. Then comes Charlotte Flair, and Belair has another one. Then comes Asuka, and Asuka cuts a promo at Kairi in Japanese, and we're told there'll be a trios match later. The next match happened between Cedric Alexander vs Dragon Lee, and the result of this match was Dragon Lee won the match by pinfall with an Ase DDT. Then LA Knight comes to the ring and says he did exactly what he said he'd do. He walked into the ring, took Roman within an inch of the title, dropped him on his head with the BFT, and had him for 1, 2, 3. If not for Jimmy Uso, he got robbed. He's not gonna mince words about it. Grayson Waller interrupted him and says, does LA really think he belongs in the ring with Roman Reigns? Knight offers a question in return. The Grayson Waller effect sounds like an STD, right? He got dropped by a Saudi movie star at Crown Jewel, right? And he's out here asking if LA belongs with Roman? He tells Grayson he has big incel energy and he should worry because he's gonna take every bit of frustration out on him tonight. Then we saw a match between Grayson Waller vs LA Knight, and the result of this match was LA Knight defeated Grayson Waller by pinfall with BFT. Kevin Owens cheers us all up by giving us a telestrator walkthrough of him punching Grayson Waller and Austin Theory out with one perfect punch. Enter Theory and Waller, intent on confronting KO, and Theory shoves him. Waller pours water over his head, and Michael Cole counsels Owens to stay calm and not get suspended. Kevin says he can take the shove and the water, but they threw the bottle at Michael Cole and he can't take that, he's gonna go get suspended. KO pops up and chases Theory down, taking him in the ring for the stunner, but he runs away, and Waller tries to blindside Kev and eats the stunner himself. Back from the commercial, Big Jim USO is on the phone talking to Roman Reigns. In the main event of the show, we saw a match between Asuka, Bianca Belair, and Charlotte Flair versus Damage Control, and the match goes a no contest because Asuka attacked own partner Bianca Belair. Asuka lands a buzzsaw roundhouse kick and waves Kairi over in the Kabuki Warriors hug, and Io joins the group hug. They call Bayley in and hug her, too, and Flair blasts Sane with a boot. The match is completely broken down and referee Ryan Tran calls it. The four of them put boots to Charlotte in the aftermath until Shotzi Blackheart runs down to even the odds, but she gets overwhelmed by that damn numbers game too. Sky up top and she takes Flair out with the moonsault, and Bianca joins the fray, but she, too, gets overwhelmed and Sane takes her out with an untaken before going up top and hitting the elbow. The all-new, all-different Damage Control stands tall over the fallen babyfaces, and the show goes off the air.